Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Time Warp Productions. You can insert your own Rocky Horror joke here. And we're going to play the... Wait for it. The Great Giana Sisters.
The Great Gatsby.
Left for one and right for two players. We'll do two player. Get ready, Giana. I'm ready.
This looks a lot like that Nintendo game, Tetris.
Right. The music, though. The music sets it apart.
Now, you know what that did? You can break blocks now.
Oh, so it's your... I love that. Definitely not inspired by a Goomba. It's a pretty neat block explosion
that's
animation.
Her punk persona.
Okay.
According to the...
Oh boy, I need that thing. Is that invincibility?
No, that's a ball. Hit your button.
Oh.
In fact, one of the power-ups gives you a Mr. Do-like ability to bounce the ball around. Seriously, it bounces around very much like the Do ball. This is as close to Mr. Do in here as we're going to get.
Alright, let's just trade off on stages.
Right.
I have a feeling it'll be a while before either of us dies.
Oh, yeah? There's the ball. There we go.
This music reminds me of something. Georgia.
No.
Oh, Ray Charles.
Georgia on my mind now.
This is Chris Husselback, or Husselback.
Of Turrican fame.
Yes.
We're discussing earlier, this is a very popular and famous soundtrack. The funny thing is, the opening song is supposed to be really popular, but the C64 version is the one that I think gets more dab, and they're different. I mean, they're completely different soundtracks.
Interesting.
I mean, that part anyway.
This has got good stereo separation. I really hear that the drums coming out of the left channel.
Not this time.
I'm going to say this on the podcast, but I want to say it again right here. This game is more akin to the first Mario game on the Game Boy. Did you ever play Super Mario Land?
I have played that.
Even the way that you finish levels is the same. Ooh. It's got a reggae feel to it.
See that?
Oh, tricky.
Screw that. That guy's been pre-flattened. Oh.
Oh, nice. That's the Mr. Do-like ability.
See?
Mm-hmm.
There's several power-ups in the game. There's one that lets you be immune from fire. That comes out of those barrels eventually. These barrels right here, or smokestacks, or whatever the hell they are. It's gonna be tricky.
It's alright.
Oh no, I didn't make it.
That's it. I think that's the end of 10th Avenue Freeze Out there.
Guess what? You get to start over.
Oh, we shouldn't have done a one-player game. Yeah. At least we get to see the
other Cyclops.
Right.
You know, I remember this. It's funny. Funny why games become famous, right? And I remembered playing this game back in the day, and I was like, "What is this weird, wacky thing?"
Mm-hmm.
And I never really played it that much, but it stuck with me. It's like, that was a weird game. And I knew it had a following on the Amiga. And so, lo and behold, last year, I'm nosing around on Steam, and you know they have those humble bundles that come out.
Mm-hmm.
They had one, and one of the games on it was Great Giana Sisters, Twisted Dreams. You ever heard of this?
I've heard of it, never played it.
And I got it with a bunch of other stuff. You know, let me tell you something. That's an awesome game.
Really?
It's got awesome graphics. The gameplay's original. It's a beautiful, colorful game, and the same guy does the soundtrack. And a top shelf game, top notch soundtrack as well. I was real impressed with it. Now I've found out that they've actually made a third Giana Sisters game that apparently wasn't as well received.
I know there was one that came out on the DS.
They actually released this on the DS.
Oh, okay, maybe it was this.
The ones that came out on the PC, I think they had a Mac release. I think it came out on the Ouya, if you can believe it.
I can believe it.
But it's a really neat game. I'd say I was real impressed.
I should have picked up a... Oh, there's one right now. Thank you. Oh, how do you kill that thing?
I think you had to jump over it.
Well, I did not succeed. It's alright. Maybe that's the end of Rosalita come out tonight.
You're making your own song up.
Yeah, well, it's obviously...
You mean Rosalita from
Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
Rosalita Jump a Little Lighter? Senorita?
Have you ever seen that video of him playing that song live and just like thousands of girls rush the stage and he's making out with all of them?
No.
Well, you should check it out. It's pretty amazing.
I don't hate Springsteen, but I'm not like... Oh, look at Aaron. Look at the jumping ability on that Aaron.
Very good.
Woo, owl power. These enemies could use some work. They don't have the charm of the...
There's a lot of things that don't quite have the charm of the other game. Yeah,
wow, tricky. Did you see that? There was a chocolate bar lodged on top of that tunnel.
Oh, this tells us that it's the boss stage.
Some of these jumps are vicious.
Yeah.
You know, as you move on through the game, I mean, they don't, especially when you've got no button to do the jumps. Especially like no button, pay. Like this, for example. I mean, you had to.
Was there ever a CD32 release that did include a button to jump?
Not that I'm aware of. There was no release of anything. This was only released barely. I think I'm gonna go up there. Get down there, darling. Okay. Never mind. Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
Oh!
I don't have a ball. I don't know if I can...
It's tricky, yeah.
Yeah, kill him.
I'm still back on stage 3. Yeah, it's alright.
I know that, I'm confused about the popularity of this game. I'll tell you why. I watched the C64 version video of it, and like I said, the opening song was cool. But this game is real popular for its music, and I don't think the music's all. I mean, it's not in the same stratosphere as Turrican. So I can't figure out if we just didn't get the good music, or...
Yeah, well, music's always a subjective thing.
I suppose. Oh, boy,
is this the boss?
Of this level,
right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can't even touch him. I don't know what you can do against him. You could fight him next time.
I can't even get by the bouncing ball here. I think I gotta go up here and get this. Well, maybe not. Anything right there?
I mean, it's simple sounding.
Yeah. It's definitely nothing. It's no, like you said, it's no Turrican 2.
And I watched the whole run through of this game, and cause they were talking about how popular the music was, and I was just like, why don't I get this?
Nice jump in there.
Maybe I can jump over this guy.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. You gotta lure him out, or maybe just run forward and... Ooh.
Yeah, he was waiting for me to come to that little gap. Take it home.
Here we go. Beating the rest of the game, starting now.
There's 32 levels to this.
Wow. It's a oddly coincidental number.
The funny thing is, the subsequent releases, they would have up to like 80 levels.
Huh. Well, folks, that was the Great Giana Sisters. Stay tuned for the podcast. We'll talk about it more in depth. Till then, adios.